question of the week is, if you could bring one piece of sci-fi technology into the real world, what would you choose?
Why don't we start with some speak pipes if we have
Okay.
some speak pipes?
All right. Two of my boys answered. I don't remember what they said, but we'll see. We'll see what they said.
I could bring a piece of sci-fi technology from something to the real world. I would choose the portal guns from Portal, but they can go on more than just white surfaces. They can go on anything.
All right.
No, you cannot just put on anything. That ruins the puzzle. You have life is a puzzle, man. Come on, Malachi.
What he wants is the hither thither staff from Dungeons and Dragons.
Hither. I can't say it either. And I was going to make a joke about him getting the marbles out of his mouth, but none of us can do that. So
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I like the portal gun is deadly though. It is deadly, man. You know how much road rage you can solve with a portal gun? Just saying. Just saying.
Oh man.
All right. What's Bob got to say?
All right, let's see what Bob brought to you by Bob.
Brought to you by Bob.
The piece of sci-fi technology I would bring IRL would be Voltron from the TV series Voltron.
Stop for a second.
Because I
Stop
think
for a
it would
second.
be cool.
All right, you didn't stop for a second. IRL is what you type for in real life. Use your words, Bob. Just because your name is short doesn't mean you get to use freaking late speak in life. But Voltron would be cool too.
Voltron would be pretty awesome. But does that mean you have to cooperate with 4 other people to actually use it? I mean,
by canon, I don't believe there's ever a time that they didn't. You know, you got the one tiger that's supposed to be a foot sitting over there with his arm crossed, like, no, until I get a raise, I'm not going to be your foot no more.
Well, and the real question is which version of Voltron, although I think he's only seen the newer version, because there are some significant differences, especially on how you power them up, because they lose battery. The older Voltron, they had to recharge in their element in order to resume their power. Because I remember there was a big thing, I think it was the yellow one. Its element was earth, and it had to, hang out in some mud for a while in order to recharge or something like that.
Devo says at least he didn't phonetically try to pronounce IRL.
Earl.
Earl?
Earl. And then we've got one from Tyler, aka the full run through.
Oh, I see how it is. No, not my biggest fan. He gets cut from the show. Brought to you by Bob, where you get to take credit for his panache. He makes it, but not old Jebediah. Fine, whatever. Come on, bring
He didn't want
Tyler.
to. I asked him if he wanted to. He said nah.
Good for him. Stand your ground, son.
Here comes Tyler.
July 31st question of the week. If you could bring one piece of sci-fi technology into the real world, what would you choose? I would say, without hesitation, the moment I heard this question asked, my brain immediately went to Star Trek holodecks. I think it is one of the best pieces of technology that we're kind of on the brink of figuring out. Maybe not to the full extent of what they do on the show. I think that will take a few more years, but we already have VR. We had like the Google Glass AR for a while. I don't know if that's even still a thing. The only problem with some of those is that you can't fully interact with everything. Also, the VR headsets, the Oculus Rift, the whatever you want to call the new stuff now, always makes me motion sick. And I feel like with a full immersive holodeck, that wouldn't happen. But if that technology was ever made, I can guarantee you would not ever be able to get me out of it. It's just perfect. You could literally do anything that you could program into the software and just make it your new reality.
They
Kinda
have
like
safety
the
limits
Oasis
for a reason.
Oh, I was going to say kind of like the Oasis in Ready Player One.
No, absolutely. But I believe there was reference to time limits in the holodeck in Next Generation, and or how many times a week you even go. I think there was once or twice it became an issue. So
You got to be careful about turning off those safety protocols.
no, I always
I-
wanted a danger room, man. You always have to play the danger room.
But there was in Star Trek, there was an instance where they had like 1920s gangster guns to fight. I think it was to fight the Borg, and they turned off the safeties so that the guns
Yeah.
would actually hurt the Borg.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And Tyler's here, and he says yes, but Ready Player was basically a glorified VR headset, and you're right.
You are spot on.
You're right.
Very spot on.
The one piece of tech I don't think I've seen any sci-fis do it. They always put limitations. So mine's gonna be replicator from actually Star Trek Next Generation. You know, replicate the perfect cup of
That's a good one.
coffee, get whatever food you want, alcohol, all of it. Come on, you know the replicator is where it's at. But what I really would like, and tell me I'm wrong, but I don't believe I've seen it in any sci-fi, but teleportation that is not limited by distance. Like if we had colonies on Mars, I could walk into the teleporter right here at home and walk out there at Mars or three
I'm sure it
galaxies away.
exists somewhere in sci-fi.
Yeah, but that not even FTL travel, just that instant. You know, I'm there.
See, and I thought you were gonna say the babble fish from Hitchhiker's Guide.
I don't even want to hear what English speaking people say. I definitely don't want to understand the rest of the world. Just leave me alone.
So if I don't know, you and Tyler can just team up and be like the Enterprise, and then you get both of yours. It's one piece of technology, the Enterprise, bam, and you get to fly around, and you can beam stuff.
Ish.
Yeah, ish. I mean, there is some distance on beaming, but
I mean, Q ain't got nothing on me, so we'll have fun. That'd be cool.
But yeah, the replicator would be pretty sweet.
But I kind of feel like Tyler with the holodeck is going to turn into Barkley, and we can't have that, man. That was not good. No bueno.
Oh man,
You don't remember Barkley, but that's okay.
nope. Let's see. There are a ton of things that would be awesome, but I'm gonna go with. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask a caveat because some people might count it as two separate pieces of technology. The Spartan armor, the Mjolnir armor from Halo, does that include Cortana or not?
Did it include it there?
So she gets uploaded into the helmet, but she can also be removed and uploaded into ships.
So, according to the Holy Bible of Nerddom that nobody ever wrote, you can choose whatever you want, Joe. So if you want two pieces of tech there, put it together.
All right, I want the Mjolnir armor with Cortana. Although now that I'm thinking about it,
Didn't she go crazy?
yeah, a couple times.
Love
But now that I think about it, that's really a bad choice. At least the armor is, because I've read the books, and if a normal human gets in there, they die. So that would
Iron
suck.
Maiden. Yeah. Cool.
No, like I mean, spoiler alert for stuff that's 20 years old. The books that are 20 years old. If a normal human gets in it, their body can't handle it. So because it actually synchronizes with your mind, and so the armor moves at the speed of your mind instead of just relying on your muscles. And actually, Iron Man, when Hammer is trying to replicate it, you know how the suit goes kind of wonky and that pilot doesn't make it. That's kind of exactly what happens in the Halo books.
That makes sense. They wanted it to be about the Spartans, and honestly, I get it to that extent. I just realized what mine should have been is the phone booth from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Ooh,
That's the one, man.
excellent.
Yeah, I think I have that somewhere. Maybe I
That's a
don't.
good one.
Any
That is very
other inputs?
Wow. I mean, the TARDIS would be fun. Be pretty awesome to have.
I don't like it.
Yes, you do.
That's the easy low hanging fruit.
I mean, it is. You are spot on. I mean, Pokeballs could be fun. There's
Throw
a
them
whole-
at your
oh,
kids. This is timeout. Catch the kid in the Pokeball.
There's a ton of technology in Star Wars that would be good, and not even just like lightsabers, because in the grand scheme of things, those are pretty mundane. But like Bacta tanks would be pretty awesome. But again, only if you had an unlimited supply of the Bacta fluid. So, but the healing properties there would be pretty awesome.